Tuned into the Shadowsphere. Welcome to the Shadowsphere, where the whispered truth comes in loud and clear. Laugh in the dark as the clues appear. Yeah, we shine that light in the Shadowsphere.
Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Shadowsphere. Scals, hit record.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shadowsphere episode 10. Today I am joined by fourth line member, TFC crew, Causer. He is Brandon St. motherfucking James. How's it going, my guy?
Fantastic. How are you, man?
I am doing as good as I can be on a nice warm May night and enjoying it.
Oh yeah, it's warm here too. I'm also enjoying it. As a matter of fact, what a fucking my goddamn balcony door here. There we go. Let's get some air. Let's get some air in here.
So you're part of fourth line and you're a part of the
Cool.
total fucking chaos. Please tell me. I know your tag partner in fourth line, Casey Ward. We interviewed him earlier in the series. And how does that two become? I know you both have a love for hockey.
Yeah. So I had, I'm sure we'll get into this later, but I had like trained elsewhere before I was at 880 Wrestling. And the first day that I showed up pretty early on after the school opened, like within like the first month or so. And I met Casey my first day there, and I think he was wearing some kind of hockey related shirt. And yeah, him and I just got talking about hockey because that was the first thing I did when I moved to Pittsburgh was I joined a hockey team. 'Cause I knew that was like the easiest way for like me to fucking find some friends and plug in, you know. And it was actually without me playing hockey, I probably wouldn't have started training in Pittsburgh as quick as I did. That's a whole nother story. Um, but yeah, so I met Casey. We just we vibed on hockey. We talked about, we were both in different beer leagues at the time, so we were talking about that. And um we didn't start tagging together for a while after like we debuted. We both he debuted a month after me, and yeah, we tagged like I don't know, maybe once like 6 or 8 months into us wrestling somewhere around there. And then like closer to the winter, we got put together like full time doing a tag thing. And yeah, and it was just like natural that we do something hockey related. It's what we know. So it was very easy just not only to like start vibing as a team in the ring, but just like as friends too, because we something we already had in common.
Hell yeah. Now, you called fourth line, which to me makes sense as a hockey fan. To you makes sense as a hockey fan.
Right.
Could have gone many different ways, especially given the fact that you're both pretty solid deathmatch wrestlers, along with traditional as well. But, I mean, could you have gone with Bash Bros, or you guys are worried about like a cease and desist kind of thing? And
So it actually just started kind of like as like a joke. We would say like it was just like MV Young, our coach, would be like, "Oh, these two fourth line for life," just kind of ribbing us. And then because yeah, the first time we tagged together, we weren't fourth line. We were just Steel City Killers, which was like what a lot of like people started like. It started honestly started as the name of the group chat, and then that's what just they ended up calling us like the first class from the school. So we were just like, yeah, Brandon St. James, Casey, we're Steel City Killers. And then after, one of us was like, dude, why don't we're the fourth line, and we're just like,
Yeah.
that's it. Yep.
so I'm going to dive in just a little bit to your youth. Did you play hockey growing up?
Yeah. So when I was like, when going all the way back, like, yeah, when I was fucking like real little, kindergarten, first, second, third grade, I did fucking soccer and baseball and all that bullshit. but I was a motocross racer. My dad got me into riding
Shit.
dirt bikes. Yeah, so like I was like full-time motocross racer, but all through my childhood, my dad played beer league, and my sister is like a very accomplished like figure skater. So I was always in the rink. I knew how to skate. I would play fucking pond hockey when I was young, but I didn't really have a desire to like play competitively until a bit later. Like after I kind of got out of riding dirt bikes because it's just like an all-consuming fucking thing, like always practicing, always traveling to race. Yeah, so I started playing hockey, and I got super into that. That was probably around like seventh, eighth grade. And I
Okay.
was yeah, and then like I also like I skateboarded all in between that too. I still skateboard. But yeah, so like I was always doing some other shit. Like I'm very bad at picking one hobby, honestly. Um
Don't
but
limit yourself, man. You got lots. Continue
yeah,
doing it.
I can't. I cannot limit myself. I feel like I've done like a little bit of everything in my life. Like I've never been like super great at anything or done anything for too long. Um, but I'm still fairly young. But yeah, yeah. So back to the original question. Sorry, I'm high as fuck. Um,
You're good.
I did play hockey growing up. Like I said, I started around like seventh, eighth grade. My dad always he always played in beer leagues and stuff. I always played on the pond with him. Actually, all the fucking boys on my father's side of the family all play ice hockey.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, big ice hockey family. Yeah, played through high school and then I didn't go to college. So yeah, I just like kind of got into playing in beer leagues and up until a couple years ago, I always did a couple tournaments over the summer, like with my dad, and we had like a team that was like a lot of like sons and fathers and grandfathers and uncles and nephews and shit like that. So it was super fun. Like we all get together a couple weekends out of the year and fucking play for 3, 4 days straight and get hammered. But yeah, man, fucking love playing hockey.
Man, I love that. Like, I'm a father of two boys that play hockey. One plays super competitively. The other's
Oh
just
yeah,
in it for the love of the game.
fuck
So
yeah.
it takes us all over Ontario. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, I played growing up and just watching my kids. I mean, I picked fights with referees. That's probably not the good part of me, but fuck the refs.
Amen. I can't help but agree.
You're an implant to Pittsburgh. You're originally
Yeah,
from New Jersey.
correct. Yeah.
Like, I wanted to say New York, and I didn't because you might have hit me. Um,
Good job.
so
Good job. Dude did his research.
is that a big transition going from New Jersey to Pittsburgh? Or you're like,
So I grew up in New Jersey, and then when I was like shit, 19 or 20, I moved to Philadelphia with my best friend Doug, who I was in a band with at the time. Yeah, and I just moved there because yeah, we were just fucking our band was playing there a lot and it made a lot of sense just, to get into the music scene up there at the time. And yeah, so then I was there from like shit 20 I think 14 I moved there, 2013. I was there until 2022 when I moved here. And no, honestly, like I think the biggest difference here between like this goes for Philadelphia and New Jersey is that people are definitely a lot nicer in Pittsburgh, definitely a lot nicer on this side of the state. They almost got that Midwest in them. Um, Appalachia, they're nice people around here. Um, but yeah, and honestly, I moved in at the time. I moved into a house that was like twice the size of what I was living in for like the same price. So I was like, yeah, all right, like yeah, let's try
fuck
something
yeah.
new. Huh.
Well, the fuck not. If you're paying that price, go for something nicer and bigger.
Yeah, yeah, it made sense at the time. But yeah, now, yeah, I live in an apartment with another wrestler now, and it's fucking sick. We live in a gorgeous neighborhood, and yeah, it's a very chill life right now.
Man, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you talk, and I keep staring at you, and I'm like, man, you look like straight out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
No one's ever told me that, but that's fucking cool. I dig that. That's right. That's cool.
April 11th, I was able to get down to Germania and Hamilton to watch you and Tyler Arrow in a match. It was my first introduction to a live and in-person death match. I've watched clips, I've watched videos, obviously, like everybody. And I'll reiterate this as much as possible. Being there versus on a screen is two different animals.
Yeah.
And that match at Germania in Hamilton, banger, soul show. The night could have ended right there, and I would have sold everything.
Yeah. I'm fucking proud of it. I mean, it was a hell of a fucking fight. It it was a fucking, it's a story that told itself from the beginning. We had ourselves another really gnarly match that ended with him getting really hurt. And, as much as I don't like the guy and as much as him and I differ the way we see, especially the Canadian deathmatch fans, you don't want to see anybody get hurt like that. And he had every right to be fucking angry, and it was very personal to him. Um, so yeah, of course it's gonna be a fucking fight. I even said I was like, that match, any other show, that was the main event.
100%.
Yeah, so I'm fucking proud of it. I know I'd like to think he is too. Uh, you know, it was cool to be a part of. I got I was the one that got fucked up this time, so rightfully so, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, coming into it, I didn't know about the prior match until that day.
Oh, really?
After that match, so when I got filled in a little bit of what had actually transpired before with you guys, I was like, oh, that makes sense. There was such I want to say chemistry where you guys just go, and
Yeah,
it's good. Obviously, my favorite spot. It may not be yours in this instance because I heard you used it before, but that hockey blade spot, man, was absolutely gnarly, and I loved it.
yeah, yeah. That's normally something I do. I've done that to everybody I've faced at Canadian Deathmatch. I've done it to people I've faced here in Pittsburgh. I've done it to people in Florida. Uh, I've done it in fucking Detroit. Yeah, that's like my thing. And yeah, being on the receiving end is not cool. But I'm probably gonna do it again.
What's the skate you use?
Okay, so that's funny you asked that. Normally, when I'm here, I actually use my old skates I used in high school, which are uh in Reebok 8K pumps.
Nice. The
Yeah.
Crosleys.
Excuse me. Yeah, dude, they're fucking sick. I got them when I was a sophomore in high school, and I used them until I was 25 or so, and I literally had my blade fucking break. I was playing a tournament with my dad, and my blade fucking broke, and I drove all the way to fucking Philly to get new blades. And when I got there, they were like, "Oh no, these are the older ones. They don't even make blades for these anymore." And I was like, "Oh, sick." So I had to buy a whole new pair of skates, which now I have Bauer Supremes, and they're fucking really nice. Uh, um, they're crazy light. I was like, "What the fuck?" Nuts.
So
Not
you
having
said
new
Bauer.
skates. Yeah.
So what's your go-to brand for hockey?
Dude, I don't even know anymore. Like when I was a kid, for a lot of things, I was a Bauer guy. I had a lot of Bauer gear. Um, Dicks when I was playing real heavy, I was an Easton guy.
Hell yeah, Houston's a good
Yeah,
brand.
Yeah, like the Easton S17 and the Easton Synergy. Like that was those were like the peak sticks when I was in high school. And I had a CCMU plus Ovechkin curve that was like, oh, super fucking nice.
I'm a true guy through and
Okay.
through.
Yeah,
I
I've
love the
never fucked
brand. I
with
love the
sure.
feel. But then my oldest son, I got him a true stick. He played, I think it was 2 games, and then he went to warm up with it the third game, and it snapped in half. He swore out true ever since. He's like, "Fuck this." Now,
Dude,
now it's power, and he just switched to warrior this year.
I was gonna say I'm also a Warrior guy. I do fuck with Warrior sticks. I've had a lot of Warrior sticks and they've always been really good. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and my youngest guy is like a Sherwood or Bauer guy, so
Hell yeah. Okay, respect for Sherwood for sure.
it's a brand that's been around. So I mean,
Exactly.
and
You can't hate.
so I got in trouble a little bit with you in a sense when we were talking earlier on in the playoffs, and I said, "Hey, go Pittsburgh." And you're like, "I don't know. I'm a Ranger fan."
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't know. My dad's kind of old. When he was a kid, there was only 6 teams. Uh, and yeah, he was a Rangers fan growing up. So like my house was always a Rangers household. Um, that's the simple. Like grew up in New Jersey. Everyone around me, a lot of like kids I went to high school with were Devils fans. We also had a good amount of like where I grew up was like equidistant from Philly and New York. So we had like a split of like Devils and Flyers fans where I grew up. Um, but honestly, not a lot of Ranger fans. There was only a couple of us that were Rangers fans. But
At least it wasn't the Islanders.
yeah, nah, no, no, no one in my area was fucking Islanders
I
fans.
mean, I'm a Leafs fan by a proximity. I
Sure, I get it.
I fell in love with the sport because of the Mighty Ducks, obviously, and
Sick.
then my first NHL team was legitimately the Avalanche. But then as
Okay.
I got older, because Toronto was where I'm from, and I fell into that fucking trap of a mess. But I
How old
wear
are you?
original six hats. Like I got Chicago on.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
35. How old am I? Yeah, so you're okay, you're a little older than me. So you were probably like right when like Toronto was coming into the league, like they were heating up with Detroit and shit. That was probably like when you were fucking
Colorado
with
and
them.
Detroit. Yeah, big
Yeah,
time.
exactly. So that's like I get it. Like,
Sakic,
yeah,
Forsberg, Foot,
yeah,
guys in
that
the main, Shanahan, all the
that's like
Fedorov. Fucking right.
like a really exciting time to be a fucking Avs fan for sure. But yeah, fuck yeah.
I still have my father got me a Patrick Wall Colorado jersey. I still have it to this day.
That's dope. Fuck yeah.
I don't ever get rid of it. No matter I've moved a million times since I've got that thing, and that's never left my possession.
I have a pretty good collection of jerseys, some of which I stole from my parents for sure.
What do you think about the current? Again, we're recording this episode on May 25th. Your episode drops June 10th when people hear this, or June 1st on Spotify. But during this current run of the playoffs, you watching anything?
Dude, nah, I not at all. I gave up on hockey so early on this year when the Rangers just like couldn't win a single game at home, and it was just like fucking embarrassing. And I was just like, yo, fuck this. I don't give a shit. I gotta go wrestle.
Fair. My podcast partner Scouts, he's a Rangers fan too, and he cussed me
Okay.
out for about I don't know about 30 minutes when the Leafs won the draft lottery.
I mean, yeah, dude. You know, shit's rigged, bro. Shit's fucking rigged.
Hey, if you want to talk about Rig, we could talk about Laugh and how you guys got him.
Yeah, and he's
That ball was
not
heavy as fuck.
he's not that great. So who fucking
Now he's
cares?
not, but like when you got him, that ball was heavy.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. I don't know what to tell you.
What's your inspirations when it comes to wrestling, man? Like who do you try to? Obviously, you're yourself and you try to bring in your own style, but like who do you try to articulate in move sets?
Oh man, I mean, I I'm a big strong style Japanese style wrestling guy.
Yes.
Um, there's you know, big fan of fucking Mizawa Kabashi. Um, someone I'm really into right now. His name is Fuminari Abe. He's in a tag team called the Astronauts over in Japan. I'm very inspired by him. He's like kind of the reason I wear just black trunks, baseball or fucking biker shorts rather. Uh, but yeah, man, that kind of shit. Plenty of guys like on the indies that I fucked with, like Samoa Joe and uh fucking, I come from fucking Jersey, so like Homicide and Low Key, and those were people like I was seeing when I was a kid. So like I can remember going to like some of my first indie shows and seeing Homicide and Low Key and being like, oh shit, these guys are like fucking really laying it in compared to like other guys I'm watching,
Right? Do you now? I asked this to a few of you, and I'm going to ask you because I feel like a lot of you got hate on. Obviously, you're a traditional wrestler. That's what you learned. That's how you
Yeah.
came up in the business. But like, do you get shit on for being a deathmatch wrestler?
Oh
Or
yeah.
if you do, like, is it bad though for you, or you just like beat the fuck
I
out
mean,
of them?
uh, like, here's the thing, man. I've literally had guys that are running wrestling companies at the time that they book for wrestling companies, hang out with me after a death match and say things to me like, you don't have to do this. Your money. And meanwhile, they're not booking me at the company they book wrestling for. And I'm like, all right, like, sure, like, whatever you say. And then I like to point to me doing this, that, and the other thing as a deathmatch wrestler. And oh, look, it's getting me to travel all over the fucking world and all over the country. And I have this bright, shiny belt. Look at me. Kiss my ass. You know, there's a level of spite to it for me. I like doing things my own way. I don't want to fucking listen to other people. I love traditional wrestling. I do it every single week, and that's what like a lot of people also don't realize that do shit on me. Like a lot of people just like online who, they see me coming off the fucking ladder and eating shit in the glass and barbed wire, and you get your typical fucking hot dog and a handshake comments and shit. But yeah, what they don't know because they're not actually looking into me at that point and saying, "Oh, I wrestle on a weekly fucking YouTube show that has thousands of views on it, and oh, I'm champion for that company because I'm the best at that company." And yeah, I'm out there fucking busting my ass for the fucking love of this game, and you get shit on because they saw that one fucking spot of me coming off something high or diving into something stupid.
I mean, since I've been following you, because once I knew your name completely, and I hit you up on Insta, and I've been watching, man. It's not all the blood and guts and the glory. It's literally you going out to working your ass off in different events and showing up and
Yeah.
showing out. I don't put a stigma behind you. What you can do in the ring and death match versus what you can do in traditional. It's the same guy, just one's more hardcore than the other.
Yeah. And I mean, I take pride in my deathmatch wrestling. There's a lot of deathmatch wrestling out there that I see that I fucking hate, dude. There's a lot of, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and name names since there's 1,000 of them that fucking go out there and just swing fucking weapons and with no fucking rhyme or reason. But I fucking care about that shit. Like the rhyme and the reason of my wrestling matches are what
You got to
is
have your why,
important.
right?
Yeah, and just like they're like, I don't know, fucking learn how to fucking wrestle first and like what wrestling is really about. It's not just about fucking smashing fucking glass, man. And I could talk all day about this bullshit and get all mad, but I shouldn't.
Hey man, I respect everything you do in the game. It doesn't matter if
Thanks.
it's
I appreciate
traditional.
that.
Like I said, very first introduction in person. I got to watch you and Tyler, both very athletic, can go, and I had no issue with that.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask, because you said it, The hot dog and the handshake bullshit. I'm assuming by that comment you've been stiffed a few times that you'd rather not talk about.
That I've been stiffed.
Yeah, like they just, oh yeah, here you go, and moved on and forgot to pay you, or
Oh, I mean, like I mean, it happens. Like, I mean, like, I'm still not gonna front, like I've only been wrestling on fucking shows for, a few fucking years. I'm not shit, you know, but like, I understand you got to eat shit in this game. A lot of people want to fucking act like you don't, but you do, and like that's fine. I don't really care because like most of the time, like if you ask me if you seek me out to be on your show, I'm gonna expect you to pay me. Um, but like part of the game is getting out there and just fucking doing this shit. Like, uh, yeah, fucking I don't know. Wrestling is fucking cool. Just
I would much
I
rather come to an indie show than go to television, big products, because you guys are all, like I said, or like you had said, you're all still doing it for the love of the game,
yeah, for sure.
right? It's not about the glam, it's not about the money. I'm sure it's nice when you get paid,
For
whatever
sure.
amount that is, but the fact that you're doing it because you love it should speak volumes to people, and they shouldn't be shitting on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, there's definitely been times where, I've, not gotten paid or, was just, I drove a bunch of hours and there was nothing for me. It's part of the game. You gotta eat shit every once in a while, but if you fucking, show up and you help a little bit, you get your face in front of people and, you know, you get you, your respect gets the respect back, and that shit's rewarded
I mean, I think it was Casey that said it. It's just like hockey, right? You have different levels of hockey, you got different levels of wrestling,
for sure.
right? There's the
Yeah,
NHL, which I guess in comparison would be WWE, WTNA, and then you
yeah,
got everybody underneath. Everybody's gonna eat, everybody's gonna play, everybody's gonna wrestle. It's just where you're doing it.
yeah,
Fan bases are more drawn to the minor leagues, if you will, and I'm not calling you minor league, but like they're more drawn to that because it's more of an intimate atmosphere.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. And they breed the same kind of audience too. You know how like a fucking ECHL team has the fucking small but very rabid fan base a lot of the times. And, especially something like 880 Wrestling has that because we have a free show every single week. We have a monthly big show in the same venue usually, and it's a community that fucking hangs out there. We have people that come every single week, and that's what they do on Thursday night. Every single fucking Thursday, is they show up, they have a couple beers, they smoke some weed outside with the homies. Like they hang out. People fucking. There's also people that are bringing their kids like from fucking across goddamn Pittsburgh every single week because this is what they love, and like we all know each other. It's a fucking community. It's not just a traveling fucking circus. It's we're building something special, and yeah, people are drawn to that kind of thing.
That's just it, right? The old days of the Carney style are gone, but it's still there in a sense, right? It's still the
Oh,
same.
oh, it's all the same. It's always gonna the wrestling business is forever fucking ebb and flowing. WWE is always gonna make money in spite of themselves. They're gonna be there forever, but there's always opportunities right now, to fucking more opportunity than ever to fucking make a living in wrestling, but everybody wants to do it in a sense too, so like you know and yeah, like there's levels to it, and if you're aware of your where you are on that level, there's a lot of people who aren't, who fucking think they're fucking something special and they don't do shit.
That's
Uh
any sport, though.
yeah,
Let's.
oh, exactly, exactly. You have those fucking guys in beer league, that take it stupid
Well,
serious.
I'll one up you. What about I think it was 2014 Edmonton Oilers draft pick Neil Yakupov?
Shit.
I came in hot shit, and where is he now?
Exactly.
I don't even know.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. Every fucking local scene. Oh, excuse me. As the dude who, they said, "Oh, this guy's gonna get signed. Look at him. He's got a body. He's got the look. He's got everything." And then, they're the type of dudes who they don't get signed in 5 years and then they quit because they don't have the love of the fucking game.
Do you want to go up into the quote unquote bigs, or are you just good doing what you're doing?
I mean, I love doing what I'm doing. I mean, if I like honestly, like ideally I would love to have like it'd be cool to have like one fucking run on TV, like where I get like 6 months on NXT and do something cool in that 6 months, then get released and then get bookings off that for the next fucking 6 years. I'd be so stoked on that. Uh,
Hey,
that's
it
all
could
I need.
happen, and it should happen.
Like, that would be cool, get paid to like really be a pro wrestler for, a short period of time. Uh, I don't know, given my look and my size, like I'm pretty realistic, like yeah, it would be cool, never say never, I've had some even within the past couple months, I got to like hang out with some people from like WWE and bend their ear a little bit about, some shit, and that was cool. So like, you know, I take any advice or direction from, pretty much anyone that's willing to give it in this business. I'm very open. I'm very always willing to listen. I always want to get better.
You gotta
So,
always be learning, right?
yeah, no, exactly, exactly. And like I'm 32 years old. I work full time to be able to do this. I try to travel and learn and ask questions from as many people as I can, as much as I can, even though, I gotta work a full-time job to support my wrestling habit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. You had said you've only been wrestling a couple of years, because if I'm being brutally honest, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because I don't believe in doing that. I would have assumed you would have at least been a 10-year vet by now.
Thank you. That means a lot. I've had like not to blow smoke up my own ass. I have had multiple people say things very similar to that. And it always is good to hear. I take a lot of fucking pride in wrestling. I've had great trainers. I've had really good trainers. Um, Yeah, I just fucking care. I fucking care about wrestling. It's a lot of people they early on when I started training, I was told a lot of people are playing wrestler, and I didn't really understand that at the time. And now that I'm fucking, a few years in, I'm like, okay, I really get that. I really see what that means now.
Yeah, I get. Again, I'm not on the inside the industry like you are, but I'm on the outside
Sure.
talking to the industry, and I can somewhat see what you mean when you say that. But
Yeah.
that's crazy. Um, Being a wrestler, and obviously you're a skateboarder, you've probably wiped out a lot on the board.
Yeah.
Now, does that callous your body to take those big time moves in the ring,
It
or does it still
definitely,
suck just as much?
I mean, like, it definitely sucks. It always fucking sucks. I think the biggest thing for me with like crossover between skateboarding and pro wrestling is one, body awareness. Um, you know, you're very, as a skateboarder, aware of your body and your balance and what your body is capable of too. Um, and it made me not afraid of it, like that, like skateboarding and motocross too. Like, I'm not afraid of catching air. Like, I'm not afraid of flying through the air. That's one thing
Pretty
I'm not
evident
afraid
in that latter spot.
of. Yeah, I've done a few like really gnarly spots like that where I jumped off big things, but and yeah, like it's definitely like they're all scary, but like that was probably like the biggest crossover between skateboarding and wrestling is that like one, not afraid to catch air, two, I'm very aware of my body and what it can and can't do.
Which is, yeah, because there's guys out there that don't know what their body can do, and it ends up
For
bad.
sure. Absolutely.
Are you a video game player at all? You like to chill out and play games?
Not as much as like I used to, like when I was younger. Like I still like every once in a while I hop on Fortnite with my girlfriend.
Not
I'll
my
play
thing,
some.
but yeah, I like it. It's
I'm
okay.
sure I'm sure your kids play. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Very much.
exactly. I bet.
Minecraft and Fortnite.
Yeah, every once in a while I hop on Halo. Like I got the Halo fucking Master Chief collection, so like
That's my speed.
I'll just play the Halo 3 maps usually online.
Yay!
Yeah, dude. Like, dude, me and my boy Doug, who like I moved to Philly with, and I played in bands with him. Him and I played a lot of Halo together. A lot of Halo 3, fucking multiplayer online. A lot of fucking Slayer, Team BRs was our shit.
Yeah, we grew up
Um,
in the same era, so I'm with you on
yeah,
that one.
fuck yeah, yeah. I suck now. I mean, I was always kind of ass at Halo, to be honest. Um,
I was good, and then my kid just owns me now. I just chalk it up to oldness and slower.
yeah, dude, yeah, I'm pretty bad now. Like, I, yeah, I'm not very good.
Um, who's your favorite wrestlers growing up, and even now? Because I'm assuming you still have favorites, even though you're a wrestler
Oh
yourself.
yeah, no, fuck yeah. Growing up, like, there was a couple different eras for me, for sure. Like first getting into wrestling, big fucking like RVD. Um, obviously Jeff Hardy, obviously. Um, then and also fucking Mick Foley was a huge Mick Foley guy. Yeah. Um, Eddie Guerrero, for sure, big Eddie Guerrero guy
Oh
because
yeah.
I was big, a big SmackDown guy. So like it was right when SmackDown 6 was like popping off. So that was like big era for me. Um, and then I started getting into indies and deathmatch specifically, and I was like super into Sick Nick Mondo, Jun Kasai. Still a big Jun Kasai fan,
Do you have
but
aspirations to go over to Japan?
oh, of course, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to go over to Japan. Yeah, like I could see myself in like big Japan doing some deathmatch shit. Just honestly, like, I mean, honestly, because that's what like gets me booked the most. Like, I ideally would love to do like a tour, and get to wrestle a couple different places. And I think just like I'd love to wrestle in pro wrestling Noah. That would be fucking cool. Um, I obviously I don't know. I'm a realist, man. Like so much in wrestling is like, not up to me at all.
Well, you have those
Um,
dreams, and that's what's important,
yeah,
right? Like,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, dude, fucking I would have never thought I'd, get to go to fucking even Canada. I got fans in the UK and shit. And uh yeah, I've already like so vastly exponentially exceeded what I thought I would do in pro wrestling.
I don't know how much time you actually spent up in Canada. If you only strictly worked with Canadian Deathmatch thus far up here. Um, I have been making a point to say that I truly believe that they've rejuvenized the indie scene up here, because they're bringing up guys like you and Casey that maybe guys over in traditional bumfuck nowhere have not seen before.
Dude, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I work at Canadian Deathmatch, and then me and Casey were actually also tag team champions for hybrid pro wrestling,
That's right.
based out of Dunville. And dude, yeah, I mean, listen, I've said this before. I've said this in promos. I've said this on other podcasts that like when my first like initial impression of the Ontario scene, like after I got to know some of the guys and like some of the dudes at Canadian Deathmatch and saw what else they were up to, and I was like, oh, it's kind of all the same guys wrestling at the same like few different promotions they got around here that all run at the same venue, and kind of just are all doing the same thing with the same dudes that are also on this show. Um, so I mean, I made that known. That's how I felt, and I was like, all right, yeah, like, and so with Canadian Deathmatch, I was on their second show, and like I literally looked at their first show, and as the show went on, because I was in the main event of that first show I was on, that was their second show. I watched it and I was like, they don't have someone to fucking hate. Like they don't have anybody that they hate. It's all, oh, we had a fun fight. Let's hug afterward. I'm like, no, that's not me. That's not what you're gonna get from me. I'm gonna make you fucking hate me. And I did a pretty goddamn good job of that.
I mean, your goal is to make us hate you, but man, I fucking love you, man, and I truly mean that. You're one of my favorites already on the scene. So,
Thanks you.
not sure how to word this, but I'm gonna word it. How the fuck do you get caught up with Will Carroll and Total Fucking Chaos? Like, he's a great guy, but what the fuck,
Dude. So yeah, Will is from Rochester, New York.
Yes, sir.
And Hardcore, who used to be in Total Fucking Chaos, is from like Buffalo area.
Yep.
I met them on a show in West Virginia, and it was the first show this company called Negative Outlook ran. They were like a no ring company that started up out there. That I don't even know if they're still going right now. I haven't seen them run a show in a while, but um, yeah, super. I've done plenty fucking no rings, and like a lot of times, like people ask you to do them, and you don't know what you're gonna get yourself into, so you don't decide how hard you're gonna go until you get out there, kind of thing. And that show was fucking sick because we're like, dude was talking to us. He's like, yeah, I think I sold like 60 tickets, and we're like, oh, okay, that's not bad, cool. And then I'm hanging out up in the fucking green room, and someone comes up and is like, yo, there's like 250, maybe 300 people down there. And we're just like, oh, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. So it was a super sick fucking show. But Will and Hardcore and this other dude who used to be in the group named Cody were also there, and I had met them, and they caused some issues at that show. Not in my match. They stayed out of that one. Um, but yeah, and it was brought to me that they were going to be asked to be they were on the following show, and I wrestled Hardcore, and Will took a liking to me, and he just said, "Hey, you're with us now. Let's go make some people really mad at us." And that's what we did. And it was really fun. We beat up some fucking hicks from West Virginia, some stupid mountain boys. Uh, it was really fucking fun. Good time. And yeah. And then ever since then, Will has been like a goddamn older brother to me. He takes fucking care of me. He makes sure I get paid. He gets me booked places. And he's just there for me like a fucking brother, honestly. Like he's gotten me through some shit, and he's one of the best people I've ever met in my life, to be honest.
Gimmick aside for Mr. Will Carroll, that man I sat and chat with him. He is far beyond the years that he is.
There is no gimmick with Will Carroll. What you see is what you get with Will Carroll, and that's a fucking promise, buddy.
I love that. Like I didn't assume, but like you know what I mean. Like there's the in ring around the stuff, but like I'm glad to know that he's not ever turned off.
No.
When I chatted with him, man, he just so much like stories like with like Brody Lee. Like I have a shirt on right now.
Okay. Oh
you know,
yeah.
We chatted about that.
For sure.
We chatted about how TFC is now basically the NWO going, but a lot
dude.
more cooler.
We like to be, there's strength in numbers, and we're pretty spread out, which is pretty sick. I've gotten to do, a couple different tag matches and stuff with the different guys in the group, and gotten to travel, to different places with different parts of TFC, and that's been fucking fun. Um, yeah, it's a great group of people, honestly, like some of the best people I've ever met. One of them also moved to Pittsburgh not too long ago. His name's DB Cooper. He wrestles at 880 as well. And yeah, great fucking dude. Him and I have had our differences at 880, but we always seem to remember that we're both EFC affiliated, and we can we have an understanding.
Brothers fight, brothers make
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, exactly. The boys will be boys.
Before I get into my next question, where's the favoriteest? That's a stupid way to say it, but where's your favoriteest place to wrestle so far in your career?
Well, any 880 show, they're always great, especially our big shows. I will say, okay, I'm really partial to wrestling for Enjoy Wrestling, specifically at Mr. Small's Theater in Pittsburgh. Well, it's in Millvale, Pennsylvania, which is like right next to Pittsburgh. Um, yes, it's this old church that got converted into a venue, gorgeous fucking venue. Um, and yeah, Enjoy Wrestling is always super, super exciting, and the room is fucking electric every time. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm gonna be in a very fucking gnarly match there. Geez, I think it's in July. Um, it's gonna be the main event of the next Enjoy Wrestling show. Um,
Hey
but
man, you shoot me the link to that afterwards. I'll post it when I post this, and make sure
oh
people
yeah,
can come out to see you.
right on. I don't even know if there's a link yet. But yeah, I think it's in July. So yeah, that should all be coming out really soon. Um, but yeah, man, they're super fun. It's a super fun place to wrestle. But yeah, 880, we've had some really sick venues. We've had three homes so far. Um, each of them have had their own really sick energy. We have such a sick crowd. But yeah, I've gotten to wrestle a lot of cool places. I don't know, man. Stuff. The Lee's Palace in Toronto was really dope too. That show was fucking had a super gnarly energy. But yeah, those are some of the favorites for sure.
880. Would you consider yourself, along with Casey and the first class, the pillars of 880?
Yeah, dude, you could definitely say that, like especially like not only because like we're all, at this point like parts of the main event and the bigger stories of the show, and um but we fucking busted our ass, like a lot of us wrestle almost every single week. Still, we have for the past like 3 years straight. Like we do it for the love of this fucking game, and because we believe in 880, we believe in our coach MV Young. There's a vision there, and it's it's growing, and you can see it fucking grow. Especially we have a free show every single Thursday. Uh, that every single week new people are showing up at. We got new regulars coming. Uh, you know, we're growing. We're getting fucking sponsorships from beer companies. Shout out Three Floyds Brewing. Uh, like all dope things, and you know, it's it's no surprise that we have at our shows like literally like five photographers lined up, on the fucking ring apron. People want to come to our show because it's like the cool show to come to.
I fucking love that for every one of you involved in that. That is
Yeah.
amazing to hear. Why is your theme music what it is?
Which one?
Whichever one you want to go with here.
Oh man. Shit. I'll go with like my singles music, like what I come out to at like 880 and most places I do. It's The song's called "Wolves of Chernobyl" by Municipal Waste. And if you know anything about that band, they're just like a party thrash metal band. And if you watch like one music video and you look at me, you're like, okay, I get it. Like I literally have said like I want my character to be what a Municipal Waste song is like written about because it's literally just about like partying and puking and rocking. Like it was just like, all right, just
Why
gotta stay
not?
true. Like and that's like true to myself. I was like, yeah, dude, that's like something I relate to, and like that's me to a fucking it's what I understand and it's what's true to me. So yeah, I picked that song and it fucking just rips. I fucking come out to that shit and fucking
You can't be
you
true
know.
to yourself. Who the fuck can you be true to?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people in wrestling try to be something they're not, and that couldn't be me.
So you got some hot shot stuff coming up over the summer. You said that you can't announce yet because you're not 100% sure if it can be announced yet. You're
Yeah,
Wrestling Weekly 880.
yeah, yeah.
You're all over
Um,
YouTube, you said. So
yeah. IndieWrestling.us on YouTube. That's where the 880 shows are weekly. They're free every Thursday Night Fights, it's called, along with a paid show once a month. Usually like the end of the month, last like around Friday. It's a Friday or a Saturday. Yeah, check out Enjoy Wrestling. Big stuff going down there. Hybrid Championship Wrestling in Dunville, Canadian Death Match. I'm unfortunately not going to be at the next show because I have another obligation for another company that I have tag titles for with Casey, all the way in deep ass West Virginia, called
yo,
Battleground
hold on. You're
Wrestling.
passing on Canada for West Virginia, bro.
Dude, I've canceled on West Virginia for Canada like four times while we've had these tag belts. So I'm like, all right, like I gotta say yes to
Before they
the
strip you, you got to show up.
dude. There's definitely already heat. Oh, yeah, dude was upset. Like I was like, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. I get paid more over there.
I love that, man. Listen, Brandon, I appreciate every bit of your time today, and I'm glad we
Oh
can
yeah.
make this work. And I look forward. I'd love to have you on again for my other series in Spotlight with Shadow, where we dive more into everything professional wrestling with you.
Bro.
This is my introduction to you and my audience to you. Uh, I can't wait to see you again up here. Hopefully, it's soon. I mean, I don't know where the fuck Dunville is, and I've lived in Ontario most of my life. But
I'll be in Dunville next Saturday at like I think it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, me and Casey will be defending the tag belts against somebody.
I believe I am already busy this week coming up.
Fair enough,
Me,
buddy.
me and Casey talked about it because the Wilkes-Barre Penguins are playing the
Uh,
Toronto Marlies in the Eastern
oh shit.
Final.
Damn.
So,
That's dope. That's pretty dope, actually. Hell yeah.
but
I went to a Wheeling Nailers playoff game a couple weeks ago for the coast, and that shit was sick.
dude, I love their jerseys. Like
Right? Yeah,
love
they're
their jerseys.
gas. I know. I said that to I went with my roommate who's also a wrestler, and him and I were we got super drunk at this show or this fucking show, game. Um, and I was like, can't do this. I wouldn't mind having one of those. I have a pretty decent jersey collection. I'd like to have that one in there.
You should get it, man, if you get a chance
I
to.
I
Even
should.
even just for matches, because it just matches everything you do.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely rock one for sure.
Before I wrap up, plug away anything you would like to plug. I mean, you just did in a way, but I mean, again, if
Yeah.
there's anything you want to plug, by all means.
Yeah, dude. Follow me on. I only got Instagram. I'm lazy. I only want one fucking thing to look at. Follow me on Instagram, Brandon St. James, Brandon BrandonSt James 666. Brandon St. James 666 on Instagram. Yeah, watch 880 Wrestling. Check out Enjoy Wrestling, Canadian Deathmatch, Hybrid Championship Wrestling. Fest Wrestling, shout out Fest Wrestling in Florida. Yeah, just look me up. You'll find me.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, he probably wants you to scream and yell at him, but if you love him, go cheer him. If you hate him, give him the fingers, shout him out. He'll probably cuss you out in the crowd. I've seen it. He will fucking destroy you there too.
Goddamn right I will.
Make sure if you see him at a show, you buy his merch, or just even wipe your ass with it if that's how you feel, but you're still paying the man, so make sure you're doing it.
That'd be cool.
Make sure you're supporting your local indie scenes. Make sure you're showing up and showing out for all the boys and girls that are working their asses off to entertain you and your family, or just you. I want to shout out Canadian Deathmatch for helping along with this project of Shadowsphere this season. We're working with deathmatch wrestlers, not being paid by them, but I support everything they're doing, and I want to see them grow big. And I got to meet guys like Brandon here. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Shadowsphere, and Brandon, thank you again for your time.
You are very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.